There's been a lot of Miami Heat slander this offseason, and as a fan, I am completely tired of this. I am tired of the fact that we just added someone who could arguably be the best player in the league when he's on the court, and people are just pretending that this is a play-in team because Tim Hardaway Jr. might be starting. What are we doing here? This is a player in Giannis Antetokounmpo who is one of the greatest floor raisers in the NBA, one of the best players in the NBA, and is coming to a team that has a competent coach, coming to a team that has a consistent defensive player of the year candidate that, oh yeah, scored 83 points in a game, coming to a team with Davion Mitchell and Andrew Wiggins, who are some of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA, and we're just pretending like, yeah, this team's gonna be the 8 seed and they're not gonna do anything. This is very reminiscent of when the Miami Heat got Jimmy Butler, and delusional Philadelphia fans were talking about, oh, Jimmy Butler is going to the Miami Heat to go on a vacation, and he doesn't really care about winning anymore, and they're going to lose in the first round, be the 8 seed every year. And the first year he was on the team, they made the freaking finals. And you could say whatever about, oh, the Heat didn't win a championship. The Philadelphia 76ers haven't made a conference finals in 25 years. And Jimmy Butler instantly went to the Heat and made 2 finals appearances, 3 conference finals appearances. Oh yeah, the team was a 1 seed and the first ever play-in team to go to the NBA finals. And we're seeing the same things with Giannis right now. And yes, Giannis is a much better player than Jimmy Butler. On the court last season, Giannis was still producing at an elite level, and he's not going to have to take on the same amount of defensive burden as he would on a team that doesn't have a defender like Bam Adebayo. And most importantly, Doc Rivers is no longer his coach. That might be the biggest upgrade of it all, and that's why it's so funny when you see the tweets like, oh, Giannis just went to Milwaukee, but it's in Miami and he gets to go to the beach. No, the Miami Heat actually have a competent coach in Eric Spoelstra, an amazing coach, someone who can take anyone from the Sioux Falls Skyforce, which yes, is the Miami Heat's G League team in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and make them into starters on a finals team. Look at what these Heat guys have achieved after leaving Spoelstra. Max Strus is probably one of the only recent examples of a guy who left Miami and continued to be just as good. Maybe Duncan Robinson, but when you look at a guy like Gabe Vincent, who is someone that nobody wants anymore and the Lakers fans hate, Gabe Vincent was a starter for the Miami Heat. And this was someone who was one of the worst offensive players when he first got into the NBA and developed himself and became a great starter. And you see this up and down the Miami Heat roster. We keep doing this. We keep bringing in guys that people are like, oh, they're no good. And all of a sudden, there's a dude you've never heard of who just dropped 22 points in the playoffs. And for people to just pretend like, oh, the Heat aren't going to be good, they have no shooting, these people have just not looked at Basketball Reference. And look, I get it. The Heat shooters, yeah, they shot a good percentage, but they didn't shoot a lot of volume. Who's to say that they still wouldn't be good shooters at volume? This is a team that now is going to get the most open looks that we have ever seen for most of these guys. Do you know how many open looks Giannis generates? Bam already can generate some open looks. Just imagine when Giannis is driving in the paint. Davion Mitchell is about to eat all season. Tim Hardaway Jr. is about to eat all season. Andrew Wiggins shot 41% from 3. He will eat all season. Pelle Larsson off the bench wasn't even a great shooter. He is going to eat all season. These are guys that are going to be great because Giannis, very similar to Steph Curry, obviously in 2 different ways, has gravity. And when Giannis is around, other guys get open. People also pretend that Bam Adebayo hasn't developed the jumper. His 3-point shooting wasn't amazing last year. The year before, he was about a league average 3-point shooter, and he's been taking pretty good volume. Bam Adebayo is going to have the most open threes once again, just like everyone else on the team. The guys are going to be open and they're going to be making these shots again and again and again. People underrate the Miami Heat, and I'm not going to come on here and be delusional and say that we're winning a championship. I don't think so. When the Heat got LeBron, we won a championship year 2. When the Heat got Shaq, we won a championship year 2. I think a similar thing is going to happen here. Year 1, we still may be very successful. Obviously, LeBron made the finals first year, 2011. We all talk about it. This is a long-term plan. All we have to do is convince Giannis to sign an extension, and he's going to see see an organization that's actually competent, actually has a good front office, actually has a good head coach, and actually tries. Look at that Milwaukee Bucks roster from last season and tell me that that team is anywhere near this Miami Heat team. And this was a team where people were like, oh, the assets that the Heat gave up suck, and now we're going to pretend that this Heat team also sucks when we gave up the guys who supposedly weren't that good. And when you look at this team, when you look at the guys we traded, I've made my thoughts clear on Tyler Hero. He is quite literally one of the greatest playoff droppers in NBA history. You can go search it up. Go look at his stats between the playoffs and the regular season. It's not pretty. Then you have Jaime Jaquez, who obviously was in six-man contention this season, but he's been in and out of the rotation at times. Khalil Ware was in and out the rotation this season, and I disagreed with that, but Khalil Ware is not this otherworldly player. He's a very good player. And then Kasparas Yakionis, people don't even know how to pronounce his name. He's actually very underrated, very young. It sucks that the Heat had to give him up. But these are four guys that either were unhealthy, or guys that were inconsistent, or, guys like Tyler Hero who absolutely sucked in the playoffs. And we're just going to pretend that this Heat team sucks now. This Heat team is probably about 2 or 3 bench pieces away from having one of the best benches in the league. And even if the Heat went into next season with the roster we have now, I guarantee there would be 2 or 3 guys that were just like, man, we didn't know they existed, that are going to come out and be good. Myron Gardner is a name that I guarantee most NBA fans do not know. When he played last season, he was actually very good. He was also a good shooter, which we need. Nikola Jovic, all he has to do is turn around what he did last season. Because last season, he was bad. And the season before, he was pretty good. This man's been a starter in the playoffs before. If he can get himself going, either we have a very good young player or we have another trade piece. Thing is, there's just so much good on this Heat team that I'm tired of people pretending that this team is going to suck. Because they won't. They will not suck. This is going to be one of the best defenses in the league, and if they can just figure out a little bit on offense, which is pretty easy when you have Giannis, this will be a great team, one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And if you enjoyed this, I'm Alexi, at Alexi Knows Ball on all platforms, and if you know ball, you know me.